Measles Campground.
Like a KOA.
Join your friends at the Measles Campground this summer.
I wanna be super familiar. Don't be a stranger.
Welcome to Super Familiar with the Wilsons. I'm Amanda.
And I'm Josh, and we're the podcast about marriage 2.0 with kids.
And side quests.
Amanda, why are you so grumpy?
I'm grumpy.
Let's just get it all out. Let's get it out of the way. Why are you grumpy?
Well, first of all, why I'm not grumpy. I had a wonderful week on spring break, and I cleaned some, though looking at my kitchen counter right now, you cannot tell. And I crafted some, and I took the kids to the zoo and IKEA, and it was a lovely time.
You say that you had a lovely time during spring break, but these are the texts that I got from you on Monday, first day of spring break. First I had to give $5,000 to charity.
You freaked out for
And I said, wait, what? She says, I only have $3,500.
I had to borrow money from the bank to pay the charity.
Okay, and
it was compulsory.
Yes, and then I said, what kind of weird socialist game are you playing? And then that's when you tell me that you're playing the 1960s version of the game of life.
Yes.
You then go on to tell me that our child, Winthrop, has $319,000 that he will not give to you or loan to you or anything. Then you follow that up with, I was just forced to adopt twins.
I had to adopt twins. It made me.
Then you say, Muffy is a single mother with 5 children. And I'm thinking, it's only Monday of spring break. Then you say, Winthrop is in Millionaire Acres and just waiting for Muffy and I to finish the game to see how badly he's beaten us.
Yeah, but then he wound up losing.
I also just earned $50,000 for climbing Mount Everest.
Yes.
Then you said, now she has 7 kids. I'm wondering if Everest has something to do with that. You say they didn't fit in her car, but the game instruction says if you get more kids than you have space in your car, just crowd them in as you do in real life.
That's from the real instructions. I put quotes around that. That is how it is in the game of life. So Muffy for Christmas bought us the game of life, but bought us the original version. It was like a 50th anniversary or more than that, 80th. I can't do the math. Doesn't matter. And
clearly it's not accurate to the original version because, first of all, you were apparently allowed to drive a car and you didn't have to, have your husband co-sign on your bank account. This is not the original game.
I think women were allowed to drive in the 60s, but it's okay. But Winthrop got so mad at me and Muffy. I started out so poor because I decided the kids went the college route and I went the business route.
Yeah.
And I decided that I was going to, prove that you could not have a college degree. Don't know why I thought I needed to do that. And
don't try to prove that point to our daughters in the midst of college.
Well, it's okay because Winthrop became an attorney. God help us. My business was I was a contest winner. So maybe that's why I climbed Everest. I don't know. And anyway, but Winthrop went straight to Millionaire Acres and waited. Muffy and I went the long way because we played the board game the wrong way. So we had more time. We had more time to accumulate more wealth. And so Muffy wound up winning and I came in second and he was pissed.
But that's called cheating is what you did. You gave yourself more opportunities to win the game by playing it the wrong way.
Yeah, apparently there are paths that cross over each other. And we didn't realize they had colored dotted lines. So you just had to keep going on your path. And we thought it was like a fork in the road. So we kept going different ways. This is not the way the game decided for us. This is why she had 7 children. Anyway, that was day 1. And that's when we had tornadoes hanging out in the area too. So, and the lights were flickering on and off. It was a thing.
We had a tornado watch, which doesn't mean we had tornadoes.
Okay.
Let's not go crazy.
Tornado watch. Anyway, the rest of the week was great. Took the kids to the Jacksonville Zoo. Winthrop was upset because he thought it was going to be, quote, more modern than it was.
What does that mean?
Well, they just built a new $70 million manatee critical care center. So when you walk in, it looks really new, right?
Okay.
Because it's this brand new thing.
Okay.
But then the rest of the zoo is not. And he was sorely disappointed by all of this. He was not he was not impressed by any animals. There was no rides for him to go on. He rode a carousel and he rode a train. That was it. We left. We went to IKEA. He made it his mission to find every flat surface he could to possibly lie on. It's okay.
Which is a problem because IKEA has nothing but flat surfaces.
No, so that
and they sell flat surfaces.
It made it. He actually told me that was the best part of spring break was going to IKEA, which is fine. But the reason I'm grumpy right now is because I decided with grocery prices being as high as they are, I am going to take an hour out of my morning. I am going to make homemade waffles for these children. Homemade chocolate chip waffles in my little waffle maker. I'm going to make a batch that I can stick in the freezer, will last the whole week. I don't have to pay Eggo anything, right? So I make these waffles. He asked me for 2 of them. I give him 2 of them. He eats them and then says, these taste like dog hair. I don't like them.
All right, so they're over there on the counter. I'm going to go get one, and we're going to see if it tastes like dog hair, because I've not yet tasted it.
Okay. If it tastes like dog hair, then I don't know what to do. Maybe he had a dog hair in his mouth already. Maybe there was dog hair in the waffle iron, which I didn't see. I do not believe that there was dog hair in the waffle iron. What is wrong with you? Does it taste really bad? I ate one. It was good. Why are you covering your mouth?
I want you to smell this.
I ate one. It was fine. It smells like waffle and chocolate. Well, that's all I'm making for the whole week. Lunch, dinner, whatever. You jokers are eating that or you're figuring it out on your own.
It smells like wet dog.
No, it does not. It smells like waffle and chocolate.
Okay. I'm going to... Let me do this. Sometimes things smell different than they taste. So I'm going to taste one.
You're being rude.
I am an impartial judge. I am here for
You're
both.
not impartial. You picked that joker up and gagged when you smelled it.
Yes, but I wasn't expecting to gag. Okay, but I'm here both for you and for my son. So we're going to see. I'm not going to take a bite of this without any sort of toppings, sans accoutrement, and we're going to see.
You just spit it back in your hand. What is wrong with you?
Well, maybe I now just have the idea of dog hair in my head. I don't know, but thank you for making these for the
They're
family.
going to the dorm with Muffy when she goes back tomorrow. Because don't tell her, though. Blukey, don't you tell her if you're listening that there's dog hair in that. Screw you all. There's probably something was on the waffle iron. I don't know, but I'm sad. I cried before we started recording. I'm going to cry again.
Okay, well, okay. Why'd you cry before the recording?
Because I just want the backyard cleaned up.
Okay, and we're going to go do that after
But
this.
you don't let me help.
Well, because I don't want you to hurt yourself.
So I was thinking about this. The last time that I totally redid the backyard by myself was when you were in England with the Belsons.
Yes.
And I put down a fence and I mulched all the stuff and I planted. It was really beautiful.
Yes.
But I also slashed the hell out of my thumb with the garden trowel thingy that I was using, and it had dirt in it and got infected. So, I mean, fair enough. I can't be left alone.
I mean, your reaction reminds me of Winthrop when he was 3 and he threw himself on the ground because I wouldn't let him play in the street.
Yes. 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 So I want to help out in the yard, but I am also a danger to myself and others.
No, mostly to yourself. You're pretty wonderful to others. So, folks, we've been getting a lot of good feedback past 3 episodes, 3 weeks, 3 guests. If we record with someone, we either try to go to a special place, like with Mr. Gainesville, we went to my favorite bar. And then with the embalmer lady and with Colin, we came here and we kind of do it up. So that takes a toll. So this week, no guests.
Just me, Josh, my tears, and the podcast dog.
But do go listen to the last 3 episodes. They're really, really interesting, really, really cool folks. And we're going to do more of that because I do like bringing another person into our relationship.
We've already said polyamory isn't a thing.
It is the end of spring break.
That's why I'm grumpy. I have to go back to work.
That is why we're all grumpy.
I don't want to go back to work. Winthrop's not going to want to go to school in the morning either. It's going to be so bad.
Are you about to cry again?
I might. Tears running down my face.
Well,
you know how he gets really mad in the morning because I don't want to go to school. It's not
he
fair.
was pissed at you yesterday, wasn't he?
He's pissing me all the time.
Yeah, but yesterday you took him to a place and
God, he was so mad at me.
so we have
He threw his socks at me.
we have a trampoline park in
Yes.
town. And you already feel like I made you take him there.
You did.
I didn't make you take him there.
You said, I'm going to go to the movies with Muffy and Mommy's going to take you to Flip Factory
Because
without talking to Mommy about what she was doing.
Now, see, that's dishonest of you because we did have the conversation before where you said that you are going to take him to Flip Factory this week.
What I said the day before was, Winthrop wants to go to Flip Factory. Is that something we want to do tomorrow? And what you said was, I wish he had a friend he could do that with. The end of that conversation. There was no, yes, let's go together. There was no, you go do that and I'll go do this. Muffy started to ask you about a movie. You stopped and said, wait, what are your plans? Do you want to go see this movie? So that, she got the joy of you asking to do something with her, and then turned around and looked at Winthrop and said, Mommy's going to take you to Flip Factory while Muffy and I go to this movie.
Well, because what I heard from you was that you were going to take him to Flip Factory this weekend.
What you heard never came out of my mouth.
Anyway.
And then I tried to make the neighbors go with us, but Kate was off, couldn't go, and Tony, I think, just pretended like he didn't hear any of my words.
So you take him to Flip Factory.
We pull up to the parking lot, get there, and there's 3 cars in the parking lot. And I'm like, this is either really great or this is not right. There is caution tape at the front of the thing. There is a printed out, real quick, I printed this on my printer, sign that says closed today, and giant fans in the doorway. I look it up. Turns out Flip Factory caught on fire the night before. The bumper car area specifically. That's all I know. That's all I could find. But Winthrop was pissed and he cried, and it's not fair. And we used to have 2 trampoline parks, but the other one closed. So now we have 0 trampoline parks. He took off his shoes and threw his trampoline park socks at me, the branded Flip Factory socks, at me in the front seat, because somehow I have done this to him. So then now while you and Muffy are at the movies, just watching away, whatever, I have to figure out where we're going and then proceed to just entertain him for the next 4 hours.
Which you did very well. You took him to the park.
Made him get a haircut.
You taught him about the N-word.
I had to. I took him to play basketball yesterday at our local park. You said we didn't have a basketball. I believed you. We went to Target. I got him a basketball. Came home. We have a basketball already. Now we own 2 basketballs. And so we went to the local park, and there were 2 guys. They were older, maybe in their 30s, playing each other, but fought the whole time. They were just like, no, I have 1 point, you have none. But loudly and angrily at each other, having this argument and calling each other the N-word, which they have every right to do. But then I have to explain to him that word is not okay for anyone, shape, or form other than the African-American Black community to use. We do not use that word. They have every right to use that word, but we cannot use that word. And he said, I don't even know what it means. So then I didn't really go into what it meant, just that it was, if we say it, it is really, really derogatory and not okay for us to use. So God, my day, I thought, you and I went to breakfast yesterday and we talked about the day. I thought we were going to work in the yard. I thought we were going to work in the office and I could work on my little houses. And then all of a sudden, I'm at a park trying to explain racial dynamics while you're at the movies. And I've been throwing socks at my head. I didn't like it.
Just to make you feel better, the trailer section of my movie experience went a little bit too long, and I was really annoyed. I wanted to get to the movie.
I'm not saying anything because what I want to say to you is not kind.
So tell our friends about how you build little gnome houses now.
They're not gnome houses. I am building a village. I have 3 houses that I got from Michael's, and right now I'm working on the church. I'm going to make a little Christmas village, although I am at an impasse with Winthrop a little bit because he wants one of the houses, and I think I originally told him he could have one, and now I don't want him to have it because he's just going to throw some paint on it and be done with it. If he would actually take his time, I'd share it with him. So then I went back to Michael's to see if I could get another set, and they don't make them anymore. So now I can't give him the small one because I need it for my village. It's going to be a bookstore.
I'm just really impressed that you've grabbed onto this little hobby where you're you have these plain houses that you buy from the craft store. You're painting them in all different ways. You've gotten balsa wood, I guess, and you're making shingles.
Yeah,
that you're
I
gluing
shingled
on.
the roof of that thing.
Very impressive. Now, I did notice that you are making a church, but are you going to make other houses of worship as well?
Well, I had not considered that because what I'm doing is basically a Victorian village, and I don't know. I mean, other than the Anglican Church, what else do we have in England?
Well, I don't know, but you also need to have the bleak orphanage and somewhere for the people with smallpox to gather.
Yes. Did you know when I was playing the Game of Life, the 1960s edition?
Did you get smallpox?
No, but there was a square that if you landed on it and you did not have a child, you had to pay $50,000 to the orphanage.
Of course.
What do you mean, of course? All of the childless people have to pay for all of the children that don't have families?
I mean, don't you believe in a society that cares for other people?
Yes, I do, and currently don't live in one. So I didn't know what to do with that idea.
Okay, so anyway, you make these cute little houses. You're doing it for a Christmas village for next year, right?
Yeah, I'm doing it because I just need to put all of my anxiety about the world somewhere. I have redone the roof of this church 7 times because I can't figure out what I want with it. Really, that's probably just an analogy for what I can't figure out about life. I will say, though, I don't need a smallpox gathering because we currently have a measles outbreak here in Florida, so I'll just put a measles campground or something.
Measles campground.
Like a KOA.
Join your MOA. Join your friends at the measles campground this summer. One of the things that you said you did was you went and bought Winthrop cleats for soccer or football, depending on what side of the ocean you're on. Winthrop's starting football again, and we're very, very excited.
Yes, to clarify, not American football. We did. We went and got some cleats. He's a size 4 now, which just shocked the mess out of me. He all of a sudden has become like this big kid.
Yeah, he's definitely changed the way that he's talked within the last 3 weeks. He's definitely grown up like 3 years within the last 3 weeks, and I don't know what it is.
I don't know what it is either, but he's also a lot more polite.
Sometimes.
Except when he's yelling at me about how my things taste like dog hair. And after he said this thing about the dog hair, I was in the laundry room, which is off the kitchen, in the kitchen, living room, dining room, all big one space. I was in the laundry room. The pocket door was open, but my head was in the washing machine. Not because I've had it all and can't take it anymore, but because I'm short. And when I lean over the top loading thing, my feet dangle. Like I have to reach down in there and get the clothes.
I've never seen that. Can we do after that? Can I go see your feet dangling as you're hanging over the...
I do. I cannot touch the ground and reach the bottom of the washing machine at the same time. It is not a thing I can do. Anyway, so I'm getting the laundry out and he's yelling at me, or he's trying to ask me a question. And I'm like, buddy, I'm in the laundry room. You're going to have to hang on. I cannot hear you. And he said, I don't have patience. And I said, then come here and talk to me. And he said, I don't want to. Well, no. So then I said, well, then you're going to have to wait. And he said, I don't have patience. We went through this thing back and forth. I said, you're going to need to find some. And then he said, wait, Mom. And I said, what? He goes, can you hear me? I said, yes. And he goes, okay, then I can just talk to you. Because he realized that I was having this back and forth with him when I said I couldn't hear him. And I said, nope, my head's in the washing machine. Can't hear you anymore.
Two mature people having a conversation.
All he wanted was for me to look at his Minecraft player and to tell him which hair was more like his current haircut.
Which, by the way, you don't like.
I don't like it because it was growing out, and I took him to this lady who was supposed to make it better because he still wants it long. I just wanted it cleaned up, and now she's made him look like Maisie Adams. It's not good, and now I don't know what to do because he didn't want a haircut, and I should have just listened. And I told him we needed to get it cleaned up, and then now I don't like it, and I'm having this whole thing about he should have bodily autonomy where it counts, and I feel like I took his autonomy away, and I don't know. I'm just so tired.
You're coming off of a week off. You're going to work tomorrow. And what I'm getting from you is that you are just freaking exhausted.
It's fine. We're all fine. It's all fine. Just move along. We're fine.
Well, you buried the lead there, and that is that soccer is starting next week.
Oh, right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I understand. I feel like this is a bit of a therapy session.
Just for me.
Just for you. And I don't know, folks out there, are you able to relate with any of these things that Amanda is spouting off about? Or are you just listening to this lady saying, what is your problem? Let us know. Write in familiarwilsons@gmail.com.
Would really suggest that you only let us know if you empathize with me.
Either that or have an anonymous email name.
Dan Belson.
Because Amanda will find you. And she won't hurt you. She'll just sit here and you'll just get hours more of just this conversation, zinging and winging all over the place. Never a thread that, stays in one place so very long, just going all over the place.
You act like someone who's not going to live here for the rest of your life.
Oh, I'll live here for the rest of my life. It's just uncertain how long that life is going to be now. I'm going to hide the knives and the noxious chemicals before I go to sleep.
Okay, I'll just kill you with dog hair waffles. It'll be fine.
Yeah, that would kill me too. Yuck, gross. I have shoes made out of cheese. They make me feel so good. They pull to my feet like good shoes shoulda. They're not made of suede or fine patent leather. They're made of the finest sharp aged cheddar. Easy, Bessie. Easy, girl. Speaking of houses of worship, we were driving along to breakfast yesterday, and I saw this bumper sticker, and I swear to you what it said was, Jesus, I love you, possess me.
Yes, it did.
Now, I am not here to talk about anything except for if you are part of a religion and you don't want to seem like a cult, then find the people who are making bumper stickers like this and say, stop that. Yeah. If you don't want to seem like you're in a cult, then stop doing culty things like having bumper stickers that say, possess me.
Yeah, maybe just don't use the word possess at all.
Very weird.
Well, I mean, I grew up in a religious tradition in which we talked about demon possessions. Like, they would cast demons out of people at my church services. So, like, and the kids would get around and tell demon stories to each other. Instead of ghost stories, we would tell demon stories.
I mean, I grew up in the church too, and possess me was never a thing.
Right, but I'm saying you didn't grow up in what I grew up in.
No. Possession was never a thing for the good ones. The ones on the right side.
Yes.
Demon possessions and The Exorcist and
yes.
floating above the bed and pea soup coming out of the mouth and all that. I mean, we don't have to stick on this point. This is my public service announcement to those of you out there listening who belong to a church and don't want people to be scared of you. Don't have anything on your car that uses the word possession in some sort of way that makes them think that you're fine. Come on in.
No, this is why you're not supposed to do yoga.
What?
This is what was taught to me as I was growing up. You're not supposed to do yoga because or meditate because you clear and empty your mind, and that's when you can be possessed. So they're inviting the good possession as well, but that's just scary. Don't do that. I
remember my dad, who was never particularly religious, although he did send me to church and a Christian school. But he was never particularly religious. He had a friend who was into transcendental meditation.
Okay.
My dad was the type of guy, like the next big thing, he would grab onto it and proselytize about it until he didn't.
Yeah.
Until he was over it and he thought it was rubbish. So for a period of about 2 weeks, his friend was telling him about the transcendental meditation, and my dad would just pass this material on to me, like, hey, you should try this. My friend says it's great. I took it to church and told the people there. And you would have thought that I had brought the Satanic Bible.
Yes.
With a bloody dagger sticking out of it, and then taken it up on the altar and then peed in front of the whole congregation. Because the look that they gave me was like, this is radioactive.
Were you a student at this time, or were you like on staff?
Oh, no. I was a kid. I was like early teens. So
did they pray for you?
I don't remember. I was embarrassed. And I took it home and said, Dad, I'm not interested. Thanks, bye. My word of advice to you Christians, don't be begging for possession. That's all I'm saying. Here's another update, though. The Wilsons have stopped using Amazon. Now, I'm here to tell you what a seismic difference that is in our lives, how big of a change that is in our lives. We decided, because we don't agree with some of the decisions that Amazon corporate partakes in, that we would just stop having Amazon deliver to our house. Now, this has gone from 1-2 deliveries a day to no deliveries for the past month and a half.
Okay, 1-2 deliveries a day is during the holidays, like that. Let's just go ahead and say that. But we were getting at least once a week, I think. So, but either you were ordering something for work, or Muffy was ordering something, or I was ordering something. Somebody was always ordering something, and we have not ordered from Amazon in almost 2 months now.
Now, how has this affected your life?
It has made it difficult in ways that I'm trying not to support big box stores. So don't agree with Walmart, don't agree with what's going on with Target and their DEI positions. And so looking for, I needed a food processor for some recipes that I needed, and I could not find one. I was told that Best Buy had them. So I went to Best Buy, and the only one they had was like the $200, like really expensive one. So I caved and I got one at Target, but it's become, I've tried to go straight to manufacturers for things. And so I'm really feeling what the ordering online has done to the availability of retail stores in the area, like getting things from my little houses. I miss Joann's terribly. Those have closed here. Michael's can't have everything that I want. Don't want to go to Hobby Lobby. And so it is impacting me in a way that is absolutely a first world problem. But I realize now how badly these online big box retailers have impacted my ability to buy local or buy straight from creators. Because even Etsy, which used to be this artisan marketplace, is now mostly third-party sellers. And it's difficult. Now, clothing-wise, it's not a problem for me because I have gone to just straight buying secondhand clothes.
Yeah.
I either order from Poshmark or Depop, or I do consignment here in town. I just in the past week or so have made like $50 selling stuff out of the closet, and stuff for like $9 a shirt because it's just sitting in my closet. So I make $6 off of it, and it adds up. So it's clothing wise not affecting me, but it's also become hard with food. Right? Like we've tried the meal delivery kits because it's supposed to offset the carbon. The carbon footprint's supposed to offset with the food waste. That's not really working. And groceries have become absolutely prohibitive, the prices. I know I could get it cheaper if we went to Sam's or Walmart, but then we're back at these big box stores again. I can't get everything at Trader Joe's, and so and then Whole Foods is Amazon. So it's really got me stuck in this thing.
Yeah, stop. I have the answer.
Okay.
I know the answer.
What is it?
We are going to develop this garden that we have the side of our house so that we can have all of our vegetables, which honestly I should be eating more vegetables.
You won't eat vegetables.
I will if I grow them by the sweat of my brow. Maybe get a goat or two.
I'm not eating goat.
Or a small, for milk, or a small cow. How about a small teacup cow?
I don't think they make teacup cows, but I want a Highland coo. Can I have a Highland coo?
I don't know what that means.
That's a Highland cow, but that's how they say it in Scotland. They're the furry ones with the long hair.
Okay, maybe we should just get a couple chickens because I love me some eggs.
You do.
There's my protein. The only thing we'd have to go buy is $1 cans of beans, and then we're set.
You can't grow your own black beans.
Can we?
I mean,
how do
somehow.
How do you grow black beans?
Somebody does it. Do you think they just birth them in the can?
I don't know. Maybe they come out of the cow. I don't know.
They don't.
That's all I'm saying is that we just need to become farmers, like of our tiny plot, and then bada bing, bada boom, done.
I don't know that our neighbors would love us having chickens.
Why?
Because
I'd give them eggs.
All the time, chicken noise.
Huh?
All the time, chicken noise.
No. Let's start with one chicken.
Okay,
right?
you know who that's going to drive absolutely insane?
Who?
The dog. Because he will know there are chickens out there. He will never stop barking.
We're going to become farmers, and then we'll sell our wares at the farmer's market. Or maybe we can barter an egg for a matcha. I don't know. And then we got it all sorted out.
Okay.
Done.
It's going to take a while to grow those things, but when are you going to get started?
Today, after we record.
Oh, good. Okay.
All right. Done. Solved. We've wandered away from the point again, of course, and that is that you might consider giving Amazon a rest for a while, seeing how that impacts your life and seeing how that changes how you need to do things, if for nothing else than to take you off of autopilot and make you aware of how much you're consuming. Because it's not just the fact that you're buying for Amazon. And so therefore, when we do that, we cripple local businesses and smaller businesses. But it's also, sure, we can get cheap stuff, but what's the cost to the environment? The AI that Amazon uses to make their operations happen, all the fuel that's expended, all of the pollution that is from the fuel that's expended, all the cardboard boxes. My God, the amount of cardboard boxes we had over the holiday season. I could have started my own cardboard box recycling business.
You should have.
No, I don't know what I would have turned them into. More cardboard boxes? Paper? I don't know. Not the point. The point is that I've become more aware of how much we use Amazon when we don't use Amazon. That's all.
Well, I've also become aware of the need versus want.
Yes.
More so because it's easy when you've got Prime and it's not going to cost you anything to ship it. And it's like, oh, I would like this thing. Let me order it. Now it's like, well, it's going to be an effort for me to go find it. Do I really want it? Do I really need it? Is it worth the hassle?
Also, the reason why I'm cross with Amazon is because our Amazon device, which will remain nameless, spoiled the next season of the Great Pottery Throwdown for us.
Or the one that just ended.
Yeah, the one that we haven't watched it. So we were trying to figure out what season we were on, because we're not on the latest season. We're on the season before, and we were looking for it on YouTube. So in order to figure out our lives, Amanda asked the device, what the current season was. And it answered, the current season is blah, 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 blah. And it was won by Ben from Cornwall. So we did not ask the machine this question, and so it spoiled that season for us, and it didn't have to do that. And I was very upset. Very upset. I mean, what the hell is that?
This is when I need to be able to have an aside with the audience that you can't hear.
Go ahead.
She didn't say Ben, and it is the season that we're watching, but there's no Ben because that's not what she said. She said Finn.
Finn wins?
Yes.
Oh, why did you tell me that? Now you've spoiled it for me. What did you just do there? I'm sitting there railing against this machine that screwed it up for me, and it wasn't spoiled this whole time, and you screwed it up.
Yeah.
Why did you do that?
Because I needed to tell the audience a secret, and you told me to go ahead and tell it. But you like Finn.
Oh, my God. All right, folks, that's our show. I got to tell you, we started right before this recording. We started to sit down to record it and got into a big argument, right? And then I thought we were all done with the argument. Now I see that Amanda was playing the long game, and she just got back at me.
This is my version of you putting googly eyes on me.
Yeah, awesome.
No one likes to be told what to do.
And now is the time in the program where we tell you what to do. Amanda, what should we do?
I am going to suggest that you head on over to, actually don't know what it streams on because I get it on DirecTV, RJ Decker, which is Scott Speedman's new vehicle. It is...
Scott Speedman's new vehicle means nothing to me.
Scott Speedman's new show?
Who's Scott Speedman?
Oh. Okay, Felicity Girlies, where are you? Scott Speedman's an actor, but he was Felicity's love interest on the Carrie Russell show that I loved so much. Anyway, doesn't matter. It's based on a book by Carl Hyacin. Am I saying that correctly?
Yes,
tell us who he is.
Carl.
His name is Carl Hyacin. Is a writer who specifically writes Florida stories, right?
I mean, most of them are, yes.
Set in South Florida. Florida Man is a big part of the show. And so if you at all want to know what it's like to live in the Fort Lauderdale area, or just the special something that comes with being a Floridian, and are interested in like detective procedurals, I would suggest going over, I think that it's ABC, if I'm not sure, and check out RJ Decker. It's like Magnum, but Florida instead of Hawaii.
Well, don't say that now. I loved Magnum. That was one of my favorite TV shows growing up.
You might love this. You won't watch it.
I have another audiobook to recommend. I recommended Fern Brady's audiobook, Strong Female Character, last week or the week before. And great book. I just finished listening to Bob Mortimer's autobiography called And Away.
Yeah.
And very, very interesting. A lot of things about Bob I did not know. And for those of you out there who do not know who Bob Mortimer is, well, get on that because he's a very funny comedian. And he is on the latest season of Last One Laughing. And that's also another.
He was on the first season of it too.
Yeah.
So watch that one too.
Yeah. Was that a spoiler? I think that may have been a spoiler.
No, he was on it both times.
All right. Anyway, so the book is called And Away. The author is Bob Mortimer, and I recommend the audiobook version, of course, because he reads it. And I've never heard this in the audiobook before. He makes mistakes. He coughs.
He's Bob, though.
He starts over. And I don't know whether it was like he's recording it. He's like,
We're doing one take.
We're doing one take and today. And this is all the time I've booked for this. And you're just going to have to deal. Or if the people, I mean, I guess it had to be an intentional choice. What I'd hate to think is that they had that stuff in there and an intern just didn't listen through like they were supposed to. But anyway, it's a great book and it's a great audio book. And I've really gotten into audiobooks.
Yeah. Oh, they're
which I had never listened through one before, I don't think, all the way through, except for these last two when I have. So anyway, that's my recommendation, both audiobooks in general and then Bob Mortimer's book. There you go.
And Away.
All right, Amanda, that's all there is. There is no more. I'm not going to ask you what you thought of that mess.
I'll start crying again.
We're just going to move along. Folks, if you want to send Amanda any messages of encouragement, as she's clearly had a very, very tough week off of work, familiarwilsons at gmail.com.
I'm going to cry. I don't know why. It's really bad.
Okay.
It's not been a bad week off of work. I think the world is horrible, and I think that I need to just do more houses, and I think people need to like my waffles more.
We would like to thank Antonio, Josh Scar, Daniel J. Buckets, Chicken Tom, Matt, Monique from Germany, Joey, who's in Reno right now with his lovely wife, Kim.
Why?
Their vacations, it's a trip.
Why they get to go on a vacation and we don't?
Leo, Refined Gay Jeff, Ryan Baker, Mark, Rachel, and Dan and Gavin. Thank you all for being people who support us through thick and thin, and Amanda needs you right now.
Gavin had a birthday.
Yeah, we wished him
happy birthday, Gavin.
Yes, happy birthday again, Gavin.
But Dan got him a mean card.
Dan got him a funny card.
I'm sad now.
You are sad.
All right, friends. You guys go be kind, and I'm going to go cry.
All right. We will hopefully see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Welcome back to the conversation. Tell me who I'm talking to. Let's get on down to imagination. You are me and I am you. Super familiar. Super familiar. I wanna be super familiar. Don't be a stranger.